The internet has gone through many phases of evolution. From simple static web pages to interactive social platforms, we have now entered a new era known as Web3. Web3 represents the next generation of the internet, built on blockchain technology, where users have more control, ownership, and privacy. In this video, we will explore what Web3 is, how blockchain powers it, and what the future may look like for finance and the global economy. To understand Web3, we first need to look at how the internet evolved. Web 1 was the early version of the internet, where users could only read information. Websites were static, and interaction was very limited. Then came Web 2, the internet we use today, where users can create content, connect on social media, and use online services. However, Web 2 is dominated by big companies that control data, platforms, and profits. This is where Web 3 comes in, aiming to return power back to users. Web 3 is a decentralized internet built on blockchain networks. Instead of relying on central servers owned by corporations, Web 3 applications run on distributed networks maintained by users around the world. This means no single authority controls the system. In Web 3, users own their data, digital identities, and assets, making the internet more open and fair. At the heart of Web 3 is blockchain technology. A blockchain is a digital ledger that records transactions in a secure, transparent, and tamper-proof way. Once data is added to a blockchain, it cannot be easily changed. This makes blockchain ideal for financial transactions, digital ownership, and trustless systems where users don't need to rely on intermediaries like banks or governments. One of the biggest impacts of blockchain and Web3 is in finance, known as decentralized finance or DeFi. DeFi allows people to borrow, lend, trade, and earn interest on their money without traditional banks. Smart contracts, which are self-executing programs on the blockchain, automatically handle transactions based on predefined rules. This reduces costs, increases speed, and opens financial services to anyone with an internet connection. In the future, DeFi could become a serious alternative to traditional banking. Imagine sending money across the world in seconds with almost zero fees, or earning interest without needing a bank account. For people in developing countries, this could mean access to financial tools they never had before. Web3 has the potential to create a more inclusive global financial system. Another important concept in Web3 is digital ownership. Through blockchain, users can truly own digital assets, like cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and tokens. Non-fungible tokens or NFTs represent unique digital items such as art, music, in-game assets, or even virtual land. Unlike Web 2 platforms where content is controlled by companies, Web 3 allows creators and users to directly own and trade their digital property. This shift in ownership could change many industries. Artists can sell their work directly to fans without middlemen. Gamers can own and trade in-game items across different platforms. Even real-world assets like property or stocks could be tokenized and traded on blockchain networks, making markets more accessible and liquid. Web3 also introduces decentralized applications or DApps. These are apps that run on blockchain networks instead of centralized servers. Popular examples include decentralized exchanges, NFT marketplaces, and blockchain-based games. Because DApps are open source and decentralized, they are more transparent and resistant to censorship. In the future, we may see social media platforms built on Web3, where users control their profiles and content instead of corporations. This could reduce data misuse, improve privacy, and allow users to earn rewards for their contributions. Instead of being the product, users become true participants in the digital economy. Despite its potential, Web3 and blockchain still face many challenges. Scalability is one of the biggest issues. Current blockchains can be slow and expensive during high usage. Developers are working on solutions like Layer 2 networks and new consensus mechanisms to improve speed and reduce costs. Another challenge is user experience. Web3 tools like wallets and private keys can be confusing for beginners. Losing a private key can mean losing access to funds forever. For mass adoption, Web3 platforms must become as simple and user-friendly as traditional apps. Regulation is also a major factor in shaping the future of Web3. Governments around the world are still figuring out how to regulate cryptocurrencies and decentralized systems. While regulation can protect users from fraud, too much control could limit innovation. The balance between freedom and safety will be crucial for Web3's growth. Security remains a concern as well. Although blockchain itself is secure, smart contracts and platforms can have bugs that hackers exploit. Over the years, billions of dollars have been lost in crypto hacks. As the industry matures, better security standards and audits will be necessary to build trust. Looking ahead, the integration of Web3 with other technologies could unlock even more potential. Artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and virtual reality could combine with blockchain to create new digital experiences. For example, in the metaverse, users could own virtual assets, earn income, and interact in decentralized virtual worlds powered by Web3. Big companies are already exploring blockchain technology, while startups continue to innovate in the Web3 space. Financial institutions are testing blockchain for payments and settlements. Governments are researching central bank digital currencies. These developments show that blockchain is moving beyond hype and becoming part of the real economy. For investors, the future of Web3 offers both opportunities and risks. Early adopters could benefit from massive growth, but the market is highly volatile. Prices of cryptocurrencies can rise and fall dramatically. It's important to do proper research, understand the technology, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Education will play a key role in Web3 adoption. As more people learn about blockchain, wallets, and decentralized platforms, confidence will grow. Over time, Web3 may become as normal as using the internet today, even if users don't fully understand the technology behind it. So, what does the future really hold? In the long term, Web3 could reshape how we interact online, manage money, and build digital communities. It promises a world where trust is built into technology, where users control their assets, and where financial systems are more open and transparent. However, this future won't happen overnight. Web3 is still in its early stages, similar to how the internet was in the 1990s. There will be failures, bubbles, and setbacks. But just like the early internet changed the world, Web3 has the potential to redefine the digital age. In conclusion, Web3 and blockchain represent a powerful shift toward decentralization, ownership, and financial freedom. While challenges remain, the innovation happening today could shape the global economy for decades to come. Whether you are an investor, a creator, or simply curious about the future, understanding Web3 is becoming more important than ever. The future of finance may not be controlled by a few big institutions, but by millions of users around the world, connected through decentralized networks. And that is the true promise of Web3.